We're building some tension here. Are you nervous? So guys, this is the time. The final presentations. Okay, this is your moment. The moment to explain your idea and to present your hard work, the things that you've been doing all this weekend. Okay? So we'll start presenting the jury. Go for it. No?
No, okay, the jury, you guys can present yourselves to the members so that they know what you do and what you want to express to them and what you want to communicate to the participants. If there's anything you want them to know about you, and that's also something that you can tell now, so they know what to tell you, what to look for when they do the presentation that you're going to be interested in. And
so,
we'll start with the order in the screen. So, Elena, you can start.
No, just you want to turn around.
So the most of you know me because I talked to you yesterday. So I'm Elena, I'm a corporate lawyer. I work in Delphi, as I explained to you yesterday, is a law firm in Barcelona. We help entrepreneurs and also investors with their projects in a 360 way. So from financials, law, corporate, and so on. So, and I want to talk to you a little bit about me. I studied law also in ESADE, so like the most of you. And then I did my master in Bocconi in Milan. And then I started working in a corporate law firm in Barcelona, Roca Junyent, with the helping entrepreneurs. So from my best beginning, I started helping entrepreneurs. So I'm really involved in this startup world, and I really love it. My parents were also entrepreneurs, so I think it's in my blood. So I always have been involved in that world. And also after Roca Junyent, I joined Crowdcube, that is an equity crowdfunding platform. So still working with entrepreneurs and startups, and then I moved to Delphi. So what I expect from you today is that you understand what I talked to you yesterday, that you try to not to explain an idea, but to understand the legal aspects of the idea and the legal impact of your idea, so that you try to have clear in mind the next steps from the legal side of your idea that should be done to develop it. So good luck to all of you and enjoy the process. Thank you.
Okay, now Yolanda Perez from B Startup at Banco Sabadell.
Thank you. Hi to everybody. First of all, I wanted to say that I'm very impressed to see you all here today, Sunday, after a very hard weekend working. I was saying before that I would never have been doing that when I was your age, so I really admire all of you because I think that's really interesting. Not only because of what you are learning, that this is for sure, much more than you could learn at the university, for sure. But also because you are meeting very interesting people that think like you, people like you would never meet probably if you would not be here. So I really congratulate you for the work you are doing. And I'm very much excited to see what you are going to explain to us. So regarding to me, I'm working in Banco Sabadell. Banco Sabadell is the fourth banking group in Spain, and I have joined there 8 years ago. But I have been working all my life with entrepreneurs also, and that means much more long than you because I'm much older. So, I started working with startups, with technological entrepreneurs in 2000. Yeah, because that was the very beginning of the internet. I joined it at that time, Barcelona Activa, and I was in charge for the online services for entrepreneurs that were something really something like nothing, because there was no people who used it at that time. Internet services, or very few people was using internet at that time, but that allowed me to know the few people who was in internet at that moment, and to learn a lot about that. And yes, I have been doing all my career with developing services and developing the business incubators, the technological part. And yes, helping startups to go to Silicon Valley or to get money, to make fundraising, these kind of things. And then as I was saying before, I joined Banco Sabadell in order to create PS Startup. Banco Sabadell has always been a bank specialized in businesses. It was created in 1881. By a group of entrepreneurs in order to finance their own import-export operations from Sabadell, from Terrassa, and so this the NDA of the bank is very much on businesses. So some years ago they thought that there were a new kind of business with a very different business models that were not proved yet, that had a high risk themselves, but that also needed a bank. So that was interesting to create a new division in order to give to them a service, a specific service. So we have been developing these banking services for startups, for these businesses that maybe they are not in break-even yet, but sometimes they are turning 400 millions. We have this kind of clients nowadays in Spain. So we have 4,000 clients in Spain, startups, and we try to give specific services to them. Besides that, that's difficult, as you can imagine, because of the financial situation of these businesses and in the banking sector that is very, how to say, conservative. This is not very well seen. So But besides that, what we do is invest in startups. And we invest in the very early stage. We invest with 100,000 euros, or yeah, and every year among 10 or 13 startups in any sector. We are sector agnostic, and we have invested in around 70 startups until now. We have around 62 in our portfolio right now. We have a vertical in health and a vertical in sustainability also since last year. Well, we are very happy with our portfolio performance. We also help the open innovation inside the bank in order to help the startups to collaborate with the bank, to do proof of concept, this kind of thing. And that's what we do. And we try to support the startup ecosystem also in Spain. Thank you.
Okay, we now have Linda Castellazzi. She's from the Saudi Entrepreneurship Association, and she's also the one who's going to evaluate the sustainability points. And she's probably going to explain that more now, but she's the one you should address to in order, like in terms of sustainability and everything.
My name is Linda Castellazzi and I work at Zade. I manage service for startups in the sustainability space. We're talking about zero waste startups. So we recently had a hackathon and we are starting a pre-accelerator on the 20th of April for organization for startup ideas in the sustainability space, so that can have a positive impact on the environment. So I'm here also to give a prize, which is the access to the pre-accelerator. But if you don't make it to the final and you still think you have a really good idea which is sustainable, so please apply to the pre-accelerator. My background is in not only in environmental sustainability, but also in social sustainability. I studied in Sydney a Master of Non-for-Profit Management and Social Entrepreneurship Management. I have been a social entrepreneur myself, opening a hotel in Australia run by people with intellectual disabilities. And I also created a startup in Sydney that takes care of homeless people's pets. So if you have any, so apart from this hackathon, if you have any social idea worth to sharing, just feel free to contact me.
And last but not least, we have Elias Gargallo from Oracle, and he's going to do his own presentation. We have here PowerPoint. And so you want to stand up. And then we keep you out.
Okay. I hope that the rest of the Okay. As you can realize, I'm a very shy person. Okay, I don't like to be here. I want to take a picture from here. Okay, because sometimes we are taking picture from the other side. Can I take a picture for you? Okay, yeah. This is for my daughter. Okay. Thanks. Do you know this name? Steve Jobs? And this name? Bill Gates? Okay, I'm going to share with you one person that probably you don't know. The name is Larry Ellison, and the best friend of Larry Ellison was Steve Jobs. Okay? And now the best friend of Larry Ellison is Elon Musk. Okay, imagine the level of the people that they are changing the world in this place. Okay, can you try me with this?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. This is great. Okay, the idea today is to share with you, I'm not going to speak myself because I've been working in the same company for 26 years and that seems boring. but I've been in 12 different positions. This is not boring, okay? Because I've been in a lot of different positions. Let me share where is the presentation. Okay, perfect. And basically the idea is, I want to share this with you because we have a group of, a startup program, and we have a group of people of 250 people around the world that we are volunteers, and we are sharing the startup program around the world, okay? And in Spain, we are very successful because during the pandemic, we have 15 people doing this job. And for me, it's amazing. Because I'm investing my weekend here because I want to invest my weekend here. And for me, this is amazing, the same that we did. And I want to clap to you because you Are you nervous? No. Okay, perfect. Let's do it. This is the numbers of the company. Okay, it's a very big company. Probably in the future, your company will be like this one. Okay, yeah, why not? Because all the companies, they start... okay, I'm going the other way. Okay, those companies, they start like this. Okay, 4 people in a garage. This is Larry Ellison. The rest of the people, I think, only one is alive. The rest passed away. Okay, but Larry Ellison is this person. And I want to share with you because Larry Ellison was an investor and he started from scratch creating the company. And I want to share with you this video. I don't know if I have access to the internet. Yeah? Let me share. Okay, but basically Larry Ellison, what's he? No, it's not working. Okay, basically the message, can you... I don't have the presentation here. Do you know it's working, the video? Okay, no problem. This is one of the startups. No problem. Larry Ellison says thank you to all the companies that are creating new business, that are creating people to hire, and all this stuff. Can we go to the next one? No problem. Okay. This is one of the companies that is in our startup program. It's a company from here, from Barcelona. It's in Ellen Biotech. They create a virtual human in order to train things that we need to train. Okay, medicines, a lot of things. But the message that I want to share is we help to build things never the people create before. And we help to do with Oracle technology. And this is the message I want you to have in your mind, okay? Our company, that is a very big company, is trying to help the small companies in order to be successful. And we create a virtuous cycle of innovation. Basically, everybody wins. The Oracle wins because we are in contact with young people, with energy, small companies that they are very fast and all this stuff. And we have our customers that wins before, because you as a startup wins, the customer wins, our customer wins and your customer wins, and Oracle wins because we are in contact with the innovation. And what we offer to the startups? Okay, we offer different things, but the main point here is this program, Customer Connections. We have 430,000 customers, and we are going to expose the startups to those customers around the world. Okay? And this is very important. We have the cloud business, we have mentors that we can share with you, we have technical support, we have cloud credits, but the most important thing is we have customers, and those customers, they want to listen new things, and we can present to you, to those customers. And Oracle for Startups is basically around people. The management team, the ambassadors, the mentors that we are helping the startups, the people that are the BDMs that are helping the startups, and this is the most important thing in the world, people. At the end, your company is important, but remember, during your presentation, the team for you is the most important. You are the most important part of the company, okay? And you have the energy to do it. And we present the startups in different events. We are creating marketing for the startups. Okay, we are doing all this. I don't know what happens. Okay, and we publish the story of those startups, your startups. Okay, and this is something important for you because we can help in the marketing side. Those are examples of things that we are doing with the startups. We create Zoom presentation, we create videos of the startups, we create documentation of the startup, but people are the most important thing, one startup, okay? And I'm finished, if I can finish here. Okay, at the end we have application for the startup. We have NetSuite, that is an application, that is one startup that Larry Ellison created 20 years ago. It's an ERP for the startups. And he created this startup NetSuite from scratch. And remember that 69% of the unicorns in Spain, they are using NetSuite, but 89% they are using our technology, okay? And I wanted to share this with you. If you are a startup, I don't care if the startup is small, is medium, is a big startup, we can help you. If you want to grow, you can enter the program and you should sign up. Very simple. You go to the website, you sign your profile, and you are going to start with the cloud environments that we share with you, and we can go step by step help you. And I finish here. I don't know if I have something that is a video, but I don't know if the video works. But it's the same that I share with you in an easy way. You have here is we help people to build things we never built before. And I finish here. You know that I'm very shy. Questions? Vale.
So that's it, guys. This is the jury that we have today. So now is your moment. I'll remind you that there's a 10-minute speech with 3 minutes pitching, 4 minutes for Q&A, and 3 minutes for the feedback from the mentors, from the jury, sorry. And that's it. Should we start with the first team?
Alright, so I'm gonna remind the order of the team so that you know who's gonna go first and who's gonna go after. And we're gonna start with Venturi, and secondly we'll have Give Me 5, then Plant A, then Uther. At that time we'll do a little break so that we can have like stand up and move around, have a coffee or whatever, and then come back in 15 minutes. And we'll start with Gusto, Tonight, Give Me, and D4 Talented. And thank you very much.
Però magari si apaga la battaglia però. Si apaga? Perché no però? Perdone, lei avete dato? Eso te lo tienes que dar a ellos. A conectarlo. Puedes poner Chromecast. Is the screen going to?
No. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
¿Podemos ver esto? Un poco, adelante.
Bárbara.
Es el micro esto. Vale, oye, Jaime, ¿lo queréis ahí?
Sí. Espera.
You, as a student, will go, or might have gone, to Erasmus. And you will find the perfect place. But what if that place hasn't had furniture? Well, you will need to buy it. Then, And you, jury, maybe you have kids or you will have kids. You will need a change diaper, also you will need a bed, maybe a desk, but this you will use it for 1 to 3 years. So why buy it? Rentory is the solution. Rentory is a website in where you can find all home decorations and you can rent them. Our business model is based on commissions, also research positioning, and finally, advertising. Our target customers is you, but we've said, okay, our customers are by choice, they are willing to be on our website, also by force, because maybe your future is uncertainty, you don't know how much time will you be here, or finally, by necessity, because you want an extra income. Our competition, it's present, but we can differentiate by 2 main things. First of all, we are a customer to customer, because you can have a desk and you can rent it to another people or to another user. But it is true that we, as a business, do not have stock. And the second one is mainly that we have everything in one only side. Finally, we have to note that sustainability is really important here because we give another life to other objects. The size of the Spanish market is, as you can see, 33 million, but we want to concentrate the first year on the 5%, which will be 1.6 million. But it is true that we will have a commission, as I said earlier, of the 15%. I have to say that this app is, we thought about having any kind of product. So this market, this Spanish market, would be huge. The financial projections, here you have for 3 years, which we expect. And finally, the funding. We think that we will need 60,000 euros or dollars, and we will give the 10% of our company to our investors. And well, this, as you can see, it's Rentary team, which it's a multidisciplinary group. Thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask our team. Welcome them, please.
Can we start?
Yeah, sure.
Congratulations for the presentation. Just some questions to. So you are a customer to customer. You are internally used as a okay. How have you calculated the size of the market?
This, well, will be asked by our financial.
Yeah, and the other question was the different positions.
Yeah,
that
for
you
sure.
have and why? Why have you chosen?
Okay.
Because of your studies and background.
Okay, so the second question I will ask you. Well, can you, like this, they can see the presentation. Well, basically, we have Jean-Marc here, that is the marketing chief, because he has studied on a university that starts with making its own business. So I think it was the best suit. And then we have Yanamor, that he would do all our finance, and because he also studied in a university of business. And then we have Martin here, that is our tech guy, because he's a programmer, and it's awesome. And then Enric, it's our designer, but he is also our information chief, because he studied business at ESADE. He's studying business at ESADE, and we think it was the best suit. And finally me, I'm like the legal advisor, because I also study in ESADE, and I study business and also law, and I think that my approach to law would be the contribution to this group. And then now Yadana will explain you the financial question you had.
Thank you. So firstly, we picked, well, the global furniture rental market in 2022, which is about $16 billion. And then Europe accounts for, we would say, around 20% of all the global market. And then, as we don't have any data of Spain, so as we are, to be prudent, so we only give 1% of the total Euro global market. So we get here, we have $33 million of the total Spanish furniture rental market. And here, we expect to capture only 5% of the total Spanish market after the launch of, Rentary in 1 year. And as you can see this number is much smaller than this because we don't own stuff, we don't own the furniture, and we just charge, the commission fees, which is 15%, and we get this number. Yeah, did I make myself clear?
Can you hear me? Yeah. For me, it's clear. Thanks for the passion and the presentation. Okay. I want to know. I don't know exactly. Okay. What will be the people that you are going to address this app or this website?
So the target. The thing is that we have multiple users, and we can give them different uses of this app. And basically is to give another life to the object, because as I said, it's only now accessories now on your home and everything, but try to think forward it, maybe an example for other objects, such as your laptop. Maybe you are 3 months that you don't use your laptop. So those 3 months you can give it to another person, and in return you will get a rent. And that's beneficial for you. So I think that I could be a good user, but you also with maybe the things of your kids, because you won't use them anymore. And also one thing I didn't say in the presentation is that we put the option in the website to find at the end to buy that object if the first user doesn't want to use it anymore.
You're creating circular economy.
Exactly.
So the presentation was really, really good. So congratulations. And regarding the funding, can you move to the slides of the funding slide?
This one, no?
No, the funding one.
This one?
Yes. So how did you calculate the amount you were looking for funding, and also how many months or year? What's your calendar of spending that amount? So when are you planning to go for the next funding?
Well, currently we haven't thought of the second round. Just to explain you for this, this 21,000 euros we expect users to have 3 engineers in 3 months to make our website all good, all fine, to make it work. And this $38,000 or euros, we will spend them on marketing campaigns like on YouTube. Well, in terms of online marketing campaigns, we will choose YouTube, Instagram, and Google. And also, as well, in terms of the offline campaigns, we will put posters in metro or bus stations, or we can distribute leaflets. And this is like a reservation, because we have to spare some amount of money, because we don't know if during the renting period whether the stuff, the item is going to be broken, and we have to compensate for that, because we want to make both sides of our customers happy. We want to give them the best experience. Also, the extra costs, because we don't know what will happen tomorrow, so we let it here.
Can you go 1 second to the roadmap? Yeah.
This one, right?
Last one.
This one.
Yeah, so for the part of the question of how, this is the roadmap for our year 0. So as Yadong explained, first of all, it's going to be a development process, so 4 months, where the $21,000 is going to be spent on the engineering team, and the rest, the $30,000 in marketing, is for the 8 months left. That's going to be the roadmap for our first year.
So first of all, the biggest problem for what I know and for what the waste manager that we had helping us for this always having Vanessa told us that the biggest problem that this area has is with big and voluminous furniture. So that's a really good point for you, because you are finding a way to give it a second, third, fourth life. So that's great. But my question is practical. Like between exchanges, if you're thinking like, oh, I have a bed I'm not using, so I rent it for 3 months, And then what happens? Between exchanges, where does the furniture go if it's something big, for example, there's a phenomenon of furniture?
Yes. Well, in that case, we are planning on later on having a storage or spending budget on some storage facilities to storage those types of very big furniture. So yeah, and the logistics of this of this company for those big furnitures, it's slightly complicated, but we have been talking a lot and we have found a few solutions on how to cost to cover delivery and all of that.
And what, for example, for the storage, who is assuming the cost of it, the client or the company?
Well, the beginning idea was that when you rent something, maybe the transport business comes to your house and takes the package, and then automatically they put it, they send it to the other consumers. So you don't have to storage. We don't have it to storage. But it is true that we thought, okay, but sometimes people want to take things out and put another one, and they don't have space to storage that. So we could give the service, like another service to storage things, which would be paid by the same customer. But it is true that it would be very low because our interest is on keeping the things renting and not being stored.
Guys, I'm sorry, Ryan, we're out of time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So, thank you very much for the team. If Give Me Five can come here, please, and prepare the presentation.
Que no se va a acordar es que se van de la pregunta. No, por aquí no, porque si no se van a... Vale, no, vale, le entiendo que pero si la pregunta que es una pregunta y va por otra, le puedes decir, no, mira, quiero, ¿vale? La que sabemos todos. Es que los niños de todos se van y al final, vale, es que a les 4 a les 10. Saps? Llavors, uns 20. Una persona que jo faré. Com estem amb el temps, miraré i et diré, faig 5, 10, i doneu-li 5, com un 15, 10, sí. No, per això.
Igualmente, aquel portátil del final tiene el timer, ¿vale? Yo en cualquier momento. Ya, arriba aquí. Bueno, la idea es que los tipos no lo vas a ver. Y luego
No, es mi gato que me
Así mueve.
Alex.
it's fine. Okay, so are we ready to start? Okay, perfect. So before beginning, I just want everybody to look at this picture. So here we have Paula and Jordi, and they're the owners of La Casa Portuguesa in Graça, Barcelona. And what they do is that they are the owners of the small local store. Paula has been preparing the local Portuguese pastries for almost 20 years by her mother's recipe. But unfortunately, because of COVID and the situation, they are struggling. They're struggling big because they can't find customers. They can't attract them. And they don't have the financial means to make marketing campaigns. They don't have the knowledge, and they don't know how to do it. So we're Gamify, and what we do is that we're the one-place stop for connecting customers and small businesses. Why do we do it? Because people search for convenience and promotions, while small local stores cannot do tailored marketing services at them. The result of that is that they cannot differentiate clients and they cannot do promotions correctly. So what do the buyers get? They get immediate discounts, they stay tuned on promotions, while the stores can build loyal customers and increase their customer base and actually become competitive with the big players. So we also target the ESG goals number 8 and 9 that are actually industry and innovation and economic growth.
I'll continue with how we do it. So we provide an actual app, and which is based on the QR code, and to record all the transactions and also including some of the database related to the clients. And what the clients and the shop owner will get is like once they register the app, they will have their own personal QR code identifier, and they will have different faces. For the client, they only have to use their phone. There's no website at all. But for the shop owners, they will have a website. So in this case, like they can track all the transactions records, and also they can have some data analysis on that. And and for the one thing more for the for the shop owners, what they can have is they can analyze the transaction history, and also they can send the personalized campaigns to target customers, so they can track their customers. And yes, basically like this. And also the customers will receive the notification, since like they send the campaigns, they will receive the notification through their mobile phone devices.
Okay, so regarding our potential customers, our target market are 168,000 small businesses and 700,000 customers located in Barcelona, and our competition is focused on large businesses. And our business model will work as subscription charge on the small businesses and a percentage charge on each transaction made. Then, regarding our future perspective plans, we will launch our app and our website in the following 3 months, and then we will contact directly the small business owners, and we will use Instagram and social media in order to convince the customers to join our products. Concerning our financial milestones, we want at the end of this year to have 1,000 stores in our network, and as well as 10,000 customers, in order to have a monthly revenue of 15,000 euros. And eventually, in December 2023, after 1 year and a half providing our services, we want to have a 10% of the market share, and our distribution will be mainly made through the App Store. So let's team up and help us raise 1,000 100,000 euros in order to make small businesses thrive. We are TV5 and thank you for hearing us.
Thanks for the presentation. I want to understand how are you going to address the stores at the beginning? How are you going to convince the owners of the stores in order to use your solution?
Can you hear me? Okay, yes, perfectly. So basically the store should be local, should be small size, and they should have struggles with brand awareness. So they should be, it could be any kind of store. We're not limiting ourselves to specifically, let's say, food stores or item stores. It can be any store, but specifically it needs to be a store that doesn't have the means to actually do promotions. So they need to have a way to find solutions to attract more customers to make them more loyal.
Yeah, I think that the question was more, how are you going to do the go-to-market? How are you to reach
How are we actually going to reach them?
Getting
Yes, so initially we were planning because in order to incentivize customers, they would probably need to see the app, to see how it works. Also, like we need the human touch to explain them, because if they see just random app on the store, maybe they are not aware of that. So it will be personalized visits. It will be actually going to the stores physically and giving us our offer. But after that, we're really thinking about influencers, TikToks, Instagram as well. Possibly a news article, because if we have the 620 media, it's going to be amazing. And then we rely on the word of mouth networking effects that could be generated naturally and organically through the app. I'm not sure what I forgot. Sorry. It's a bit. Yeah. Okay, so here's the actual solution. So social media, organic, and personal visits. And third media benefits that could, let's say, incentivize stores to participate in this program would be to have the opportunity to do store alliance. So you can actually, because the actual stores have the database of the transactions and the purchases of the clients and their history, how many times they have purchased, what they have purchased. And that's the main benefit of the system, because you can see, okay, this person has purchased 4 times, I want to target them, I want to send a promotion to them and call them back to my store. So we offer the possibility for stores to exchange databases, of course with the confirmation of clients legally, and this way they can, for example, share customers. I can send my database to another store, and this way we can collaborate and become, let's say, more competitive together in the neighborhood.
So and also in addition to what Simona said, like there's also some of the strategic like synergies they have. Some of the stores they have the industries that are kind of like connected. So it's like a cross-selling, so which also like brings them revenues and profits, like in the long term or in the short term maybe. Yep.
Okay, so another question. How do you plan to fund the first part of the process? Because you were talking about a financing round, that I have another question regarding the legal side. So because I didn't see also the legal amount to be designated from the amount of the financing round, because you need to take into consideration that keywords and all the things that localize people, you need to be very compliant with GDPR. So, I mean, you need to have very good terms and conditions and so on. So, but yeah, the first question is regarding the how do you plan to finance the first part of the process and to MVP on the application and so on.
Okay, so I can answer this question. So basically for the foundings, we have the 65% on the actually software and software and app development part. And we calculate that based on the salaries. We take the average salaries of a app developer in Spain. And it's around 35,000 per year, and we are planning to do it like in 1.5 years, since like during this time it's the introduction phase, and we're probably like repeating for like developing and launching it, and then receive feedbacks from customers, and then we improve it, and then go again with these phases. So that's why we invest
Yeah, but the question was more related to how are you, how can you develop your MVP without money? Are you going to invest from yourself? Are you going to go for 3x? Or, what's the first plan you have for funding the company? And that?
Yeah, we have managed to get 15,000 euros from ourselves and also from the first contacts with friends and family mostly. So with this 15,000, we could actually start getting this project started, and then with your help, it could continue growing. Thank you.
Okay, so next presentation is plan A. So you can come, please.
Lo paro va a sonar, ¿eh?
Hello everyone, so let me present you the project we have developed in the last 2 days. So we're Plant A. So did you know that for a single marathon, more than 800,000 plastic bottles are wasted, and 40% of those are not going to recycle centers? So what if we could avoid this situation? And what if I told you that this could be flowers? So would you believe it? That is the bet Plant A makes, okay? So we would target, for all event organizers concerned by their community's ecological impact, we would offer water cans of single use. So this is the prototype, and that could be thrown out, and that would make grow a plant. The seeds would be here in what is normally the space with air on the cans, and they would be biodegradable. So in cardboard, for example, we would still have to figure that out. Next, so by doing this, we will tackle 3 of the 17 SDGs United Nations goals. So a sustainable city, life on land, and responsible consumption. So what is our business model? We would do B2B business, so targeting business events, so corporate business events, like what we're doing today. and that generate waste, or like Ciudad de Barcelona, okay? So we would propose them to buy bundles of cans, and we would either give them a guideline to use the cans, or lead the intermediary to pick up the cans and give them, for example, to the Ayuntamiento de Barcelona, who has soil potential to plant the flowers, yes? So the pilot project would be based in Barcelona, which has more than 150 fairs and events every year, with 2.5 million visitors. So that is a huge race, like a marathon. So we would be facing many competitors, such as plastic bottles or reusable, recyclable bottles, yes? We want to act right now, and we could partner with the Alimentaria Hub that is taking place in April, yes? And those are all the partners we thought about in the previous days. So how would we achieve this? We would target, only with a good word of mouth marketing, the corporate events, yes? And we have created a website, and that would enable people with a QR code on the can to learn more about us. So, and follow up with them. So, how now do we get funds? We have raised on our own 20K to already invest, and we would need 65,000 to pre-manufacture and customize the product. Yes? Plus 27,000 to produce it and run the logistics. That could be achieved in a 6 months' time, starting from today and going to the Alimentaria Hub next month. And we calculated that we could break even with only selling 200,000 bottle cans. Yes? So if, like us, you think there is no plan B, but only a plan A, join us and offer your planet a flower. Thank you. We are just going to give you the application we've done. This is a simulation.
I would like to enjoy the application that I made for team and the members. More information that will explain you how to contact the person in charge of this project.
Congratulations for the presentation and the work you have done, also the mock-up. We were now talking ourselves that maybe we haven't completely understand what we do. Do you produce? Are you planning to produce these cans that are not cans themselves, because otherwise with another material? Are you planning to produce that? Can you explain a little more about that?
Yes, so basically we're going to produce the cans of water in a biodegradable material. We thought of cardboard because it's made out of fibers and it's easy to disintegrate in earth. And the cans usually have a little concavity at the bottom, so we'll be putting seeds inside so that we can then plant them in the earth, as we mentioned. And yeah, so basically it's going to be water inside to drink for everyday use.
So by choosing the can model, we don't have to remodel all the manufacturing process, because this is reassuring and already existing. The only the material will change.
So can you just go back to the financial model, the cost model? Okay, you talk about the finance. How much did you save for the idea germination phase, for example?
For the idea generation phase, it's around, I'm sorry. Yes, so it's around 65,000.
Okay, and how did you come up with that? Like, my understanding is that you don't have a clear idea yet.
No,
How? So you need to do a lot of research and development.
Yes, and that was.
Do you have skills and knowledge inside your team, or do you have to outsource?
We would have to outsource a bit, but I'm sure Yes, so there is the Impulsion project. So we have a partner that could already work with us. They have gotten a competition like this one last month and won. So they created a flower pot that is biodegradable. So they would be the engineers modeling the product.
Okay. No, just feedback. My feedback is that you may have to consider a longer time and probably bigger initial financial necessity, because you still don't have developed, like you don't have a clear idea of the prototype of the material. So just consider you may need some extra energy, money, and time to work on it.
Yes, of course, that could change during the business planning.
Explain us a little about who you are and your background, and how are you going to contribute to the success of the idea?
That's going to begin.
Okay, I'm the promoter of this project, I'm from Epitech, and all of this world is my passion.
Aden and me, Olivia, we're both second-year SADE students. We do the BBA, and we have a general knowledge in business, a bit of law, marketing, all these kinds of basic subjects.
So, me and Cruz, we are studying in Elisava design this year. So, I think that I'm going to study in social design, and she's going to study graphic design. That's it. Thank you.
Awesome. So the next thing is Uder or Yowder or Uder. That's it.
Guys, please. Not like so. You're not doing a monologue.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, Uther was born to rebuild connections in communities by doing something good. We have a problem. Our problem is that the elderly in our communities, they lack an extra helping hand when they have to do simple tasks, especially when friends and family are not around. Current solutions like caretaking are expensive, they are outdated, and to be fair, they're not demanded. In the next video, we will have Marina, who represents our users, because we did user research and user interviews. And let's see, I'm going to put the microphone there so you hear it as well.
¿Necesitas ayuda en tareas diarias?
Sí, por ejemplo, cuando voy al mercado, para cargar las bolsas o a veces para conectarme con Facebook.
¿Dejarías que un joven te ayudara en las tareas diarias en las cuales necesitas ayuda?
Sí, porque considero que es importante compartir estos momentos con los jóvenes. Aún así, es importante destacar que no necesito un servicio constante, sino ocasional.
¿Sabes usar WhatsApp?
Sí.
¿Pagarías para que te ayudaran?
Sí, depende de la tarea.
Okay. We saw the user research, but to conclude, there was a problem, we saw an opportunity, and Uther is the solution. We have our platform, and through our platform, an old person can send a request on the platform for any kind of daily tasks that he needs help with, and this will get to a Uther. We call Uthers the helpers, the young people, the students, and anybody in the area who is willing to help. They can help voluntarily, but the incentive can also be that they can receive a tip.
So we created a small prototype. As you can see, well, I'm gonna do it also live. This is a video. If I say, hola, it will appear a message in the app that basically will, it's the elderly person that needs help with the task. They set up the task they need, and it gets sent, this message, this claim is sent to a user, which basically can accept or deny. If the user accepts, for example, Antonio's offer, it will say, okay, Antonio, you have Nicolas Gutierrez, which rated 4.8 stars, and he's 5 minutes away. Do you need help from him? Should they come now? If I answer yes, perfect, they will call you now. And I will call Antonio. Hey Antonio, I've seen that you have a claim that you need someone to take you to a hospital, moving some furniture, connecting to your Wi-Fi, going to a petanca tournament with you.
So, Uther is a for-profit company that is based on a subscription model. Our customers would pay a monthly or annual fee in order to get access to our platform. Furthermore, users can get some extra money by receiving some direct tips by the elderly people that they helped.
In order to actually implement our subscription-based business model and facilitate personal interaction, we are launching our own Uther app. The interaction for users is super simple and very similar to to WhatsApp so that it's as easy and accessible for our older users as possible, but incorporates some really key features such as personal verified profiles, history of jobs, and a constant bank balance for our users.
Our go-to-market is the youth. And in order to reach them the best way possible, we're going to spread both on social media as well as targeting them through local universities. Imagine going to social groups, and there you can find potential students that are going to become our users, the people who are working with us in order to fulfill those activities that are helping our people in the society. So. Also, of course, there are a lot of services that offer a very similar thing. But what we do, and what our platform offers that others don't, is a low entry barrier of only €8 a month for every single person wanting to sign up, as well as a tip-based earning for all of our users, and a more personal, accessible, and flexible way of communicating with each other, which gives community a completely new meaning.
And this is our journey for the first year. So in the first 3 months, we want to get users from the area of Sarria, since as we've seen, there's a lot of elderly people that are willing to ask for help, and a community of users that is willing to help. Then after the first months, we want to stop using the prototype of the WhatsApp bot and create our own app, so we get a more personalized and automatized app platform. After the 6 months, we want to redesign and check what we have, where are we in the market, and maybe reimagine our app. And after the first year, we want to expand outside of Barcelona to other cities in Spain.
The 5 of us have already been working together for 8 months, but we have super different backgrounds and experiences, meaning we are constantly learning and growing and working together, allowing us to continuously raise the bar. We have all personally encountered a situation where we could have benefited from Meter, meaning we are emotionally connected to our mission to rebuild connections, so those who need help with simple tasks like Rena can get it while engaging meaningfully with their community. Help us create local interactions so that the aging population of Europe can genuinely benefit from the digital age. Thank you.
Thanks for the passion. I have only one question. I see very, in an easy way, how are you going to address the young people? How are you going to address the older people?
So our main goal for this is to get young people to incentivize their older relatives or older people that they know to download this app. We have experiences where we have older relatives that we would want to help, but we are not available, we can help them, and we would incentivize them to, here's this platform, let me show you how to use it, let me maybe download it for you. We can encourage our parents to maybe pay a subscription for our grandparents because they want to give some help, and manage everything with the payment of the monthly fee.
Congratulations for the presentation. I think we have a pay there for sure, and I think you have thought also on the difficulties for the other people regarding the UI, UX, but maybe you can also have a barrier regarding with trust on their side. I don't know if you have thought how to deal with that, because for them, of course, they are fragile people.
Since we care a lot about our elderly community, we want to reintegrate them to the actual community. Like, we don't want to marginate them. For this reason, it's super important for us to select good users. We do this, for example, Antonio, the example we're giving today. He needs help, going for a Petanca tournament. And he has worked a bit with the app, he has his top 3 users. So a message will be sent to immediately to those top 3 users. That it can be Davide, Botti, and I. If we don't respond or we cannot do it at that time, after 20 minutes, we do the onion strategy. So we start with the core and we expand. We do proximity and similarities to our top 3 users of Antonio. So everyone's different. Like, for example, Antonio might want an active person that gives a lot of conversation. Meanwhile, another elderly person might need other needs. So we do this by proximity. We select it and verify each user. And proximity, verification, and also, well, basically that. Thank you.
So I think that tips is a very good solution for the problem, but do you think jobbers are going to have enough with tips, or are you planning to change that kind of remuneration of jobbers?
Okay, so we thought about this a lot and we changed our idea a lot throughout the process, throughout the journey, because of legal things especially. So we stick with the monthly subscriptions and the direct tips. For the tips, it's super important that they are incentivized. It's another incentive for the students to go and work for tips. When there's a personal connection between the elderly person who gets the help and the student or the young person, then they like to give them tips because they know it's part of the platform. Our platform will incentivize that usually for this they give this amount. This is the average amount of tips that they usually give for this kind of jobs. And also, which is super important, that volunteer work in our high school and university curriculum is really active, and we need this all the time. We need to show what did we do, volunteer work, internships, everything. It's not only for networking, creating meaningful relationships with these people that actually need help, but also that it's an experience for you that you can stay with it.
How are you not discriminating all the people that are unable to tip, for example? If someone may be unable to tip.
Sorry? We're not discriminating them because it's not, we're trying to not pressure on the people to give tips, but it's in the nature of the algorithms and in the app. It's based on primarily it's based on the volunteer work from students, and how we get revenue is through the monthly subscriptions. It's to pay this little amount of money, for example, from the children or from the grandchildren, to have the grandparent, to have the feeling of safety, that if there's anything wrong or they need an extra hand that they can have, they can just have it around.
Also that, a key thing is trust and also transparency. You send out a message straight away how much you want for this job, and you're not creating a difficult pressure situation, because when I accept a job, I already know how much I am or I'm not going to get from the service. There is no negotiation, there is no, oh, but this and this, that's not a thing. I need a message, I can give you this much, I either accept it or I don't. That's also a key point, that we're not targeting just for a job, we're targeting through social services, voluntary clubs that would give some space to those who can't keep as well.
Real fast, we created a Menti. Well, I don't know if you guys have used it. If you scan this QR code, it will take you to a platform that you can post questions, feelings or questions about you there. And if anyone wants to ask further questions, we'll be around there. So happy to answer your questions. Thank you.
Okay, so the next thing will be Gusto. If you can please come here for the presentation.
But we're skipping the break. We're skipping the break.
El que parla de tirar una mica cap avant, una darrere. Jo veig després del... Vinga, va. Vinga. Sì, sì.
So look at Ricardo. Ricardo is watching TikToks of food, and he just got hungry. He's hungry, he's approached the fridge. He opens the fridge and he discovers that there's nothing. So Ricardo is trying magic, but magic doesn't work. He still doesn't have nothing in the fridge, and he won't eat. I bet the €6 I have in my bank account at this moment that we all been through this problem. And that's why we created Russo. For young people that cook in the need to find recipes they like and ingredients they need, Russo is a platform that brings together food content creators and the grocery delivery market that will make grocery shopping agile. So everyone will have the tools to plan, and cook, and taste what they desire, minimizing whatever food waste. 271 billion. This is the amount of times the hashtag food has been clicked on TikTok. And we can see also the related hashtags as food talk and everything. And they all have billions of views. So what are we creating? Well, we're creating social media that allow creators to share cooking videos and receive a reward, and allow customers to purchase their favorite recipes with getting their ingredients instantly delivered at home. So, are we doing logistics? Are we bringing products at homes? No, we're not. Personally, I founded a very small startup last year that did logistics. I had the chance to sell it this year, but logistics was a nightmare, and we don't want to touch it in any way possible. We have two different, we could have done it like eDreams. So, as when you want to buy a Vueling flight, you don't go on the Vueling website, you go on eDreams, you see all the different options, eDreams keeps a part of your money and purchases the flight for you. This is not our business model. Our business model is a B2B symbiosis. So how? Thinking about our idea, we understood that our main power is the influence we can have on the market. So one day we can create an hashtag that's trending, which is tomatoes, and customers will be inclined to purchase tomatoes. So one day Nutella will launch a new product, and we want to do an advertisement campaign for it. Nutella will come to us and tell us, create a challenge or launch an hashtag for my new product. And creators from all over the world, cooks, will have the chance to try the challenge, to try the new product, and customers will have the chance to get to know it.
So that's a way we're getting revenue. And the symbiosis will happen with Getir or whatever grocery store, grocery delivery supplier there is in a certain location. So we're bringing customers together. So after gaining a good amount of active users on the app, we can start asking Getir a percentage of the revenue they get through us.
Okay, so what are we doing different that there's another companies doing it? So the first thing is that we find that there's a lot of companies doing similar things, and what they actually do is like they give you a small amount of dishes or meals that you can cook at home, and they bring it to you. They ship the ingredients, and you can cook it from home. But we want to go far beyond that, and what we actually want to do is we're going to create a platform when you can get inspired by an unlimited amount of dishes and meals, and you can get inspired and cook it at home, or we can also get shipped there and at your home, and you can cook it from there. As my partner said, we do not touch logistics. Logistics is a very complicated part and it's difficult. So we know that there's companies over there that they do much better solutions, so we're not touching it. But what we do touch is the fact of creating a bridge between two sectors that they already exist, and we want to grow with them. Another thing that we can do is the influence. We have a big influence because we're a social network. And the influence that we want to produce is from influence to impact. Where do we want to impact? We want to impact the food supply stock by creating hashtags and moving people to see what the food chain needs. How are we going to do it? We're going to follow our roadmap. Our roadmap tells us that we're going to need a 100K for starting developing the app. All of you know TikTok? Yes, no? Yes. Yeah, you know TikTok. TikTok was developed with the same amount of money, so we're speaking about we can get the best app in the world with that money. Well, where would the money come from? It will come from family and friends at the start because we understand that this is our project. But if we want to go further away and give it a nice input in the marketing, we have established that we're going to need $500,000 to make a very big impact in the market. And then, so on, for continuing in the business, we're going to need 100K a year to keep evolving. Because in this sector, you have to maintain the social media life, and you need to keep evolving and progressing your app.
But how are we planning to penetrate the market? Well, we are influenced by the BeReal campaign. BeReal is a social network that's gained 40 million consumers in the last 2 years. How did they do so? Their main publicity campaign was done through TikTok, where through small videos they shared ideas and the philosophy of the app, and they gained the targeted customers. But we'll do it the Booster way. How? We'll contact food influencers, which are professionals and at-home cooks, to promote our product through TikTok and then reach our targeted customer. And when we achieve the 2 points, we will show Getir the real numbers and hence create and start a symbiosis with them in Barcelona. When analyzing the Spanish market, we have already seen that it's huge and there's a huge opportunity. But when targeting specifically at the beginning, we have decided to target the Spanish populations that really consumes online supermarket goods, which is at 40 million and so on. Our team. We are 4 transformational business students and a design. We know the market as we have seen we have those problems in our daily lives. We already have talked with our competitors and know them personally through their past experiences. And are we known in the market? No. But one day we will.
I touched something.
Okay, thanks for the presentation, for the passion, explaining your company. How are you going to influence in the people that are going to influence to develop people on TikTok? How are you going to convince them to influence?
The influence is basic of hashtags and algorithm. So when you search on Instagram or TikTok, like the information that it's given to you, it's not random. Like the algorithm gives it to you. So I put you in a case. Imagine that Mercadona or some place that have a lot of tomatoes and they want to get rid of them because they're gonna pass, and contact us and say, hey, we have this problem. So what we're gonna do is the next 5 dishes that you're gonna see in the app, 4, we're gonna have tomatoes. So the possibility of you buying a meal with the tomatoes is gonna be higher.
But you have been sharing with us that you are going to have influencers in order to create the recipes, am I right?
Again, please.
Yeah. Do you have influencers that they are going to create the recipes and all this stuff?
In TikTok, the main source are sponsors, because to have like a steady income from TikTok, you need more or less 2 million views. In this app, already by somebody doing your recipe like 20 times, you already have an income from that recipe because they are buying the product and they get an income from it, a percentage. So that's how they are attracted to an extra income by sharing their passion to the rest of the world.
Did we solve it all? No, did we solve it?
Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
¿Tenéis alguna? Creo que no hay.
Thank you.
If you have any question about like the user interface and all the design part, we have the we have some designers. Yes.
Okay, so next team, T9. Are you ready? T9? Come to the stage.
Chicos, ¿cómo es que hace paso? No habéis dicho nada. Pues empieza a dar el micro y la gente se muere.
We'll break. Sorry, okay guys, let's do a 5-minute break. Okay, meet you back at, well, 26, but at 26. 5 minutes of break. Let's go. Go. Sí, otro piso.
Mira el nombre. Aún quedaban de
Di por el micro, ya pasamos. No, por eso, pero dilo. Y así la gente se va sentando.
Okay, everyone, break down
Yo queremos todos, chicos. Yo queremos todos. A tope, chicos. Darle emoción, darle culpa y todo.
Okay, everyone. Let's go to the next presentation. Here in the city. We were waiting for yes.
In the meantime, just a quick reminder that the pitch should be 3 minutes so that you can have enough time for questions and feedback. We don't have the time to stop because we don't want to make person interrupt the presentation, but try to keep it slow so that you can actually receive the feedback from the jury and answer the questions, which is the part where you think was value and answer the questions they have. And that's it.
Another one.
So, have you ever went to a bar or a nightclub and spent more time at the bar ordering for a drink than actually having fun with your friends? Spent more than 15 minutes ordering for a shot and didn't even bother to order a next one because of the amount of people gathering at the bar? So, we came up with a solution and created Teen Night that will help bars have people more dispersed, reduce wait lines at the bar, and keep you guys happy. So we came up with a product shot.
Okay, so this our startup idea is to bring new technology to the night and night sector. And first of all, we created this new project, which will be a shot machine, that could be where you can choose the quantity of shots and what type of alcohol you want to drink, and it will be instantly paid with a credit card or Verse Pay, Apple Pay, whichever digital platform. And it's called Shot It, and it will be much faster. It will attract more customers, and it will increase the revenues for bars. And also, it will make bartenders' life more easier since they won't have that amount of stress for the people that are in the bar. Here we have a planning of the software that the bar will have. It will tell you in each machine how much percentage of alcohol of each side they have, so they can go, and if it's very low, they can go recharge the alcohol, so they know exactly when to go and change. They don't need to go like all the time checking out how much is left.
Okay, now, so we have our business model based on a B2B to C concept, because we are selling the machine to other businesses, which are bars and clubs, at the same time that we are selling the experience of a good night to our customers. Then we have the machine rental, that is our way of revenue. We are renting the machine, plus we are taking commission for the percentage of increase in the revenues of shot sale. And we are looking for a 10,000 initial investment for this. And now we have the roadmap. We are pretending to design for 4 months, the fabrication in 1 month, and then to distribution and growth. But we are hoping to be seen as the enterprise or the business that provides a good night, that provides an innovative night, like not a machine that are selling, not a business that are selling just machines. Now we have the market size of a nightclub and bar in Spain. Do we have the competition? Yes, we have. Pacha has released just 1 week ago their first machine, but it's a huge machine of drinks that are not shots. So this is our team, and we are hoping to achieve the sustainability through the process in which you refill the glass. So we are not consuming the water that each shot takes to be washed again and again. So this is our team, and please take a shot with us. Thank you.
I don't know if I have understood correctly that regarding the competitors, you have identified one competitor that is starting, that is Pacha, that is starting to do something, because I have never seen such a thing, and I was thinking that, how is that? Because it's a great idea.
So have you heard of, well, Pacha is in Barcelona, and they have this big machine with it's a dispenser of alcohol. It's the same experience. No, it's not the same experience as you have to go to the bar, and then the bartender give you serve you a drink, a cocktail. Well, but here it's automatic, like a coffee machine, other with drinks, alcohol. So for us, the difference is that our product is with shots. So you don't have to go to the bartender and then to wait 20 minutes only to have one shot. So it's much faster, and that's the competition. But it's recently, but only it came out 5 days ago. So it's something new that it's starting to emerge in the new business.
Okay. And also I want to address that for Pacha is like a competitor, yes, but also we are considering the waitresses and the bartenders as our competitors. We are not taking the jobs out of them, we are helping them, and also we consider they as our competitors because we are looking to be more efficient than them. So that's the reason.
And you know if Pacha is considering to commercialize this machine for other bars, or they are planning to just do their own stuff, their own bars and so on. You know that? Maybe they are planning to.
It's really new. They just have created this new machine, but we still don't.
Yeah, the only way we figure it out is through TikTok. There's no marketing yet, so start.
So I think it's a great idea, but yeah, where I feel like a grandmother asking you this, but have you considered the problem of responsible drinking? Like, for example, how can you check that a person is not too intoxicated?
Well, the nightclubs, they have guards, and they will have to put their attention on these machines. So it's the same as bartenders, that they will look on clients, customers, that they know what they're drinking, they know how drunk they are. So the guards should look at the people that they are using the machine as a.
But you know, like when you want to buy cigarettes, they have to, I don't know how to say, but they have to give you permission from the bar when you want to buy cigarettes from a machine. So have you considered the legal limitations? Is it something similar to that?
So first of all, we wanted to introduce this product to like 18 plus nightclubs. So if they enter, let someone enter who is a minor, that's their responsibility because they're letting him and he or she enter without, so they can still consume. And about the alcohol usage, I have never seen some like bartender tell someone he cannot order more drinks if he's drunk, so it will be the same with this machine.
Also, for these machines, sales are more efficient, so they can invest and contract more security people that can have more control of like in nightclub chaos and security guards that are kind of seeing the ambience. But this will increase efficiency when selling shots and drinks, these drinks to customers. So the bars will have kind of more control over this because the bar will be more dispersed.
Okay, and just a very general feedback. If you think about going abroad, like I understand this may work very well in a place like Spain. Like I spent a few years in Australia that the responsible drink is a big issue. So they have so much control. So it really depends on your countries and just general feedback if you think about going everywhere.
Thank you. Only one comment. For me, it's good if you have the first competitor, because one question that I have is, do you have, a company that wanted to try your product? If you have one competitor, that means that somebody is thinking to do this. I don't know, if you have one bar or something like this that they want to try your product.
Yesterday we did an interview to the CEO of Ovella Negra, that is here, and he said to us that it's a big issue, like lines in the bars, obviously as they are renamed bars, they know how to control, but yes, he told us that he would be happy to have more access points to alcohol to avoid that congestion in lines.
Hello everybody, good afternoon. I would like to do a small exercise. Please raise your hand here if you have ever given a present before to someone in your life. Please raise your hand. Okay. Now, leave your hand up if you have ever found it hard to find what the best present is for this person. Okay, thank you. Now, this is an app made specifically for you. Our vision is to help people find what the perfect gift is for someone using the power of artificial intelligence. And the problem is something really clear, something that we know. We know that 74% of people rather receive money or gift cards instead of a gift. Sorry. And this is mainly because people normally associate giving a gift with some kind of uncertainty, right? You might give a present that they don't like, right? Or sometimes they might give you something you don't like and you have to act like you like it. It's something that might be a little tricky. And that's what we're trying to solve with GiftMe. Okay? Now, what does the application look like? You enter the application and you're going to receive like a really beautiful feed designed specifically to show you trending products. You can choose what you think you like for yourself, but the main idea is that you can choose users that you might have as friends, or if your friend doesn't have a user, you can also put information about them, and then the algorithm will automatically build a feed that recommends you the products specifically for this person, showing you products, experiences, and even NFTs you can purchase, and giving you complete direct access to purchase them online. You can also save those products that you like for your own wish list that will make it easier for other people to give gifts to you. And we also believe that sustainability is really important. For this reason, any brand that comes and shows that they are sustainable will automatically have a bonus and an extra in terms of placement within the app. Now, you might be thinking, sounds nice, it's a social media, but how do you actually make the money? We have two main revenue streams. Number one, affiliate marketing. That means whatever products are sold through our app, a commission will come to us eventually. And number two, marketing. If you're a brand and you want your products to appear higher in recommendations, you can pay a certain amount. Also, the fact that we will be collecting a lot of data about what people are interested in, we believe can be a great opportunity for the future. Obviously, taking into consideration all of the legal actions, and with a good team with us, do it by the hand. Now, market size. It's really interesting to look at the market size because more than 500 million users only in Europe use social media. And taking into consideration then 14% growth on e-commerce, we believe it's a market that is really attractive for us. And now, how are we going to do this? The first step we have to do, because we don't have any developer in the team, is build the app. We have already contacted an agency of development and we have seen that it will cost us around 25,000 to develop the whole project. The second step is going to be to get as many products as we can. Brands and products, get them all on team so that we can add a lot of value to the customers that come. And after this, it will come the big expansion phase, getting the clients, investing a lot of TikTok strategies, Instagram strategies, SEO, and influencers. We have already spoken with some influencers that could help us out, and we have access to them directly. And in the long term, we would like to become an internationally known brand. We would also like to allow that people can buy presents between like a group. So the app automatically organizes the payments for everyone and buys everything continue And we also want to continue promoting sustainability within brands. And well, you might be thinking, it sounds good, but I think I've heard about something like this before. I've seen something that works more or less the same. We went and we investigated every single business that does this recommendation of gifts, and there are some that give recommendations. However, we have not found a single one that uses our own competitive advantage, which is using artificial intelligence in order to make recommendations that are specific for the person who you're targeting. And that brings us maybe to the most important part, which is the team. Besides the fact that we all study business, when working together we realized that each one of us had a certain skill to bring to the table. One is really good at e-commerce, one is really good with people, one is really good in designing. And together, not only was it really nice to get to the point where we are now, but we also believe it's going to be really nice to continue developing this idea in the future. Thank you all for your time. I hope it was well explained, and we are looking forward to a future where gifts can be a lot more meaningful, and we can say goodbye to giving gift cards to everyone that you know. Thank you.
Do you have any question?
So first of all, congratulations. You are a really, really good team. And my question is regarding the funding. So how are you going to fund the company? And what amount of money do you need for the next months? And
Whatever you want to say.
Well, in this, we will need 80,000 euros for a start, and we are willing to pay the half. Our goal is to get by ourselves the half, so we are looking for go-to funding to the other half. It will be spent in 25k in marketing, 30K in technology, that is the MVP, that here we have the cotization of the company, and also it's a little bit more because it includes the maintenance of the app. So if we have any trouble, they can fix it without any problem. And also the commercial team to develop and to grow. Thank you for your question.
Okay, and my recommendation for you and also for the remaining colleagues in the other projects, take into consideration that if you are newcomers, you have any kind of transaction with data of any consumer, take into consideration when preparing your financials, because you will be only advising regarding data protection, terms and conditions, because it will be very important if you are going to make a transaction with the data of your clients, for them to accept all your conditions. They need to accept that they are giving to you their data and their modes and so on. So for you and for the other projects, to take into consideration that also when you plan your financial needs, you need to know and you put in place the legal side also.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. Only one consideration for you. Okay, you have a chicken and egg point. Okay, you are going to convince companies to be there, but how are you going to convince companies if you are going to have the customers after? This is something that I want to share with you. Is how do you convince the companies to be there, because you are going to have the customers after? Only this. If you have in mind how to do it.
Thank you. So your question is how we can get the customers. Like first, can you repeat your question, please?
Yeah. Basically, it's just that you want to have the companies before having the customers, the network.
Yeah.
How you are going to convince the customers to be there if you don't have the network?
Okay. What we will do at the beginning is to put the trending topics and the trending topics and trending experience, trending NFTs. But at the end, if you have a look to Zara or the main product that is solving Zara for this specific target, we will redirect it to that page at the beginning in this sense. So at the end, we will have the biggest companies that at the beginning will put their products, like putting their products and redirect it to their website, and also we will start encouraging new companies and small companies to go in, because it's a new way, and it's important to know that it's a new way to sell, because nowadays we believe that the market is starting to be saturated, and it's a new way for companies and for experience, and also for courses. If you want to sell your courses, it's a new way to sell this product, no? So we want at the beginning to start slow. We want to start in this sense, like keeping big companies and good products there, and also trying to small companies and companies that they want to have a new way to sell products, to have it paying in that sense.
May I complete this question? We also think that usually the two-side business usually is the other way around. Like you get the users to then get the companies. But we were thinking that, as Sandy says, we are directing to the other page. So the idea is to get small companies and give it like for free to start that, so it's helpful for them to position it in the web and like for marketing by free. So then with the marketing, get the users, so when the users arrive, they can see that they are already companies. Because the users are not going to arrive if there are not any shop or products. So this way, we can test it, like we calculate like about 6 months, and then we can show the numbers to those companies and show you like we have gets you like, I don't know, 2,000 people that go to your page. So this way, if you want to keep like to be in our page, you will have to pay the amount that were in the presentation, and so keep growing. So that's the idea. Thank you very much.
Do you have any other? Someone else has another question?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
esa energía.
Eso es Alexa.
Ven aquí.
Hello everyone, we are E4 Talented, and have you ever wondered about finding a way to optimize a talent, to put a ranking on it, or have you ever had any problem contracting any business, any worker at all in the business? We found a solution, we found it, and we are doing through artificial intelligence. And we are actually starting through detecting the problem of our idea. So we detected that every business has problems in finding talent. Okay, so we needed to put a solution by finding a way through artificial intelligence, through innovation. And we also saw that all the businesses had like a problem regarding time and cost. So what we are actually doing is being much more efficient on it. And we are also allowing the people to have the flexibility of doing the interviews. And we are also trying to rise to the whole market, whole labor market. Okay. So our product is data analysis software to optimize talent recruitment, resources management for businesses. So we found also some. Of course, we're also trying to talk about the solutions, okay, so that our artificial intelligence has. So first of all, we have the efficiency in recruitment. We are developing a system to be much more efficient, to be much more quick. For example, I was talking to my mother last day, and she was managing pymes, like small and medium businesses, and they told me that they have a lot of problems in finding the right candidate. So we're being very efficient. They can afford a department. And we're also trying to quantify the aptitudes, or we're actually doing it. We're doing a ranking based on soft skills and technical aspects. So all the candidates have an objective valuation based on that ranking. For example, LinkedIn, we have the case that they only have like very marketing labor because every worker puts on whatever he wants based on what he's actually done. But this is a much more effective way of evaluating a candidate. And then we are doing it through a combination of complex tests, as I said before, the soft skills and technical, and also a group of psychologists that develop that tests and also analyze them if any incongruence is happening. So this is our volume proposals, like how do we add value to our idea? Why are we getting this idea? Firstly, we optimize the search of new recruitments to see the new workers. It's viable because the actual artificial intelligence is already on the market. Like we have some competition on it, but they're not really the same because they can't differentiate from us. We're very efficient. We are very scalable because we can reach any marketplace we want because there is no position in that particular part of the human resources. And we're doing labor maximization because we are able, for example, if you put an offer for, I don't know, whatever it is, then you can get to a limited amount of people, but we're doing it the other way around. So we want the business to have access to that database, to filter it, to pay for that offering, and then we want the candidates to be ranked objectively and then shown without any discrimination on it. And then the other part that is in the flow part that is one of the most important is that we are actually standardizing the whole market. We've got a project that is new, Nova project, that is kind of elitist in that way, but we want everyone to really like have the chance to be contracted like that. We want every business, every PYME, like every small and medium business, to be able to use this software to get them more efficient, to get less cost, and to have better talents on the market. So we can actually differentiate a lot of good, positive things. How it works? Okay, so I'm gonna focus on B2B in this part because it's a B2B2C, but we are first starting with a B2B. Okay, so this is how it works. A business gets into the website and filters and places an offer to get new talents. So we base a standard fee, for example, 100 euros in what we are actually doing. Then it filters through the candidate, through soft skills and technical skills, and then it really gets the talent, it gets a list of it. And then we also get paid a commission for every recruited talent member that has been contracted. So this is like the steps for the business to get with our business. And as you can see, it's very accessible, it's very intuitive as well. So it's very easy for them just to place an order, pay that amount, and then just get the talent, get the list of talent. With this, I'm coming before just a moment, we can do like personalized interviews because we're detecting, based on the ranking, the flaws of the candidates. Like we can actually get where they are struggling, and we can actually adapt our interview because we're tired of standard interviews that don't really know which necessities would fit in the culture of the business. And B2B2C, this is where we add the B2C. As we have to create a database, we will need marketing. We're doing actually marketing strategies for it. We want to monetize this as well as we are offering automatic offers for the candidates. So we want them, firstly, to not pay, just get paid for doing the test, and then to pay a standard fee every month to just get automatic offers based on the ranking. So we're very excited with it because it's just the marketing we have to do. Then they do the application test and then they get a job. Here there is a match. And we get, they get employed. So it's a very, very intuitive form of getting contracted as well. So it's both very good for contractors, but also for employees as well. And I'm gonna let pass to my teammate.
Okay, so as Javier said, the target would be small and medium businesses because they have a lot of problems with recruitment. And now the question is, how are we positioned in the market? So basically now in the market there are some human resources companies, but the thing is that their fees are too high. And this for small and medium companies is difficult to afford the price. Moreover, we have the roadmap, and the roadmap is starting with an MVP, a minimum viable product, which is easy because we only need a Google form and a Google Sheet to validate that the hypothesis that the test can be standardized and they are a good indicator of the ability and the attitude of a candidate. Then we were thinking about entering an incubator, so we would have product managers, data scientists, as well as software engineers, and then we would have the beta version, which we will have the early adopters, and then we would really know the efficiency of our product. And then our idea was to go to more institutional money, in this case, venture capital. As I said, the competition has a very high price, and the personalization is a problem. Why is it a problem? Because they don't have a specific skills. For example, in the technology sector, there are specific skills such as Python, SQL, Jira, and they cannot evaluate on that.
So regarding our CSR policies, we would like to say that we have identified one main problem, which is the following one. So people with little resources find it really difficult to create a valid CV or just to apply for certain jobs. So what we would like to apply regarding CSR on the company is offer NGOs who tackle this problem to have fee-free proposals just to encourage people with little resources to enter the market and make it easier for them to find an appropriate job. And that would be regarding CSR, and we would also like to apply measures regarding sustainability that we are also thinking about them and we will develop in the future. And finally, to end up with the presentation, having now explained all the project, this is our team, so we are all of us, Alban, Alex, Javier, Jonji, and me, Alex. And so thank you very much for your attention, and remember, dig for talent.
Yeah, moreover, here we have a QR if you want to see the model business canvas, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
A big applause for the team, please.
Deliver, that's what, deliver. Pues deliver is bad, no?
So guys, now the judges are going to leave, and we're going to decide who are the winning teams for the best idea and the most sustainable idea. Also the best design, which I think is a pretty difficult decision because there has been a lot of good PowerPoints of Canvas in this case. So congratulations to everyone, first of all, and now I invite the jury to follow us to the decision making room. In the meantime, if all the participants can wait here, because we have a Zoom call from Power Canada motivational Zoom call. So while they're deciding, we'll have this call with Power Canada.
Follow me.
Pau se acaba de ir hacia allí.
Alright, so in the meantime, as
also a big one given by the audience. So I'm gonna send you to the group chat now on WhatsApp a link. When you click on that link, it's gonna ask you 3 questions. Who do you think it was the best dressed, the funniest, and who's your favorite presentation? That is gonna be a live voting, and whenever you guys are all finished, we'll show the results. And this way we can show you who the winner is from the audience. The public's favorite one will receive a box of flowers. What you have to do now is take out your phones. Do you all have your phones with you? Alright, take out your phones. I'm gonna forward a link, and you all get 1 vote for everyone. So it's not a team vote, it's an individual vote. Okay? And I'm gonna send the link now, and you have 5 minutes to answer. Okay, the timer, you have 5 minutes from now on.
Nosotros también votamos.
Ready, go.
Voto. Paula.
¿Cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama? Ninguna.
Conecto el ordenador. No le paso. No dejará de... Hazlo visible. Vale.
Alright guys, who's listening to read the survey? Okay, it's not for minutes.
A ver. Pongo algo, ¿verdad? Dale. Sí. Ah, vale.
Olivia Mira is the founder of Founders, okay? Founders is an entrepreneurship academy online. It's like masterclass with like different courses. So he's gonna give you a little talk about like his experience and it's a message to you guys. He's here to really tell you something that he wants to tell you. So listen carefully, and after that we'll announce the winners, starting from the public, then the Mentors Prize, and finally the Jury Prize. And thank you very much.
One pause, sorry. Hi. Yeah, we are here. You want to talk?
Well, just as a quick thank you, I'm sorry for not being there with you today, as I'm quite far away, like in the middle of the mountain actually. But I assume you can hear me and understand me a little. So, you know, it's an honor to be here with you today. I've been like for the last 15 years working on internet and on entrepreneurship with guys like just like you. And I can tell how important an event like the one you are today is. I would just like to congratulate all of you who are, you know, participating. I'm actually from Founders, the online business school I co-founded. We would like to offer all of the finalists team license so you can keep, you know, your training and your formation through our platform. And also to offer myself when I think I can actually help on your future ventures. You know, I know it's tough sometimes to be an entrepreneur and especially in Spain. I know some of you will start companies outside Spain, but in Spain there is something that always plays against, which is the environment. Those who love you sometimes try to remove the idea from your head that starting a company is not the best because it can be tough. And those who hate you will actually be waiting for you to fail to actually say, I told you, I knew this person was not a good entrepreneur. In the end, that's all of that is bullshit, and that's the best learning I've had over these 15 years. When we sold our first company, everybody was like, yeah, I knew these guys were really good. Then we went bankruptcy and everybody was like, oh, I told you those guys were terrible. And our third company was acquired by a US-based private equity fund, and then everybody was like, well, I told you those guys were good. So essentially, the environment will always go with the news, and they don't care if something goes good or bad. I will tell you today that there are only two people you should make very proud of yourselves. Those two people you need to make proud are not your father, your mother, your partner. It's only your 8-year-old version of yourself and your 80-year-old version of yourself. If you keep that in mind, that's how everything is gonna work out. So try to, you know, make very proud of you, the guy or the girl you were when you were 8 years old, and also the person you're gonna be when you are 80. If you can make both of them proud, then it's meaning that you are doing something really, really, really nice and good for everyone. And that's all. I hope you will enjoy Founders, those of you who can access, and best of luck. I hope next year I'll be able to be there physically, but at least I wanted to be here virtually. So it's an honor, and thank you very much, Pau, for the invitation.
Thanks, Pau. I'll put my camera on now. Okay, do you see us?
Yes.
Okay, I can present you to all participants after tour, so make a big wave to
¿Me los estás pasando? Ahora tengo dos manos, podemos ir más rápido.
Voy. Haz cast rápido. Sí.
Pau, ¿me sigue viendo? ¿Alguien puede quitar a Pau? Pau. Pau. ¿Me ves bien? Quítale la cara.
No, porque vas en cambio de una pieza. Es más rotación, porque la barra y en los dos los de cóctel hacen más rápido.
Alright guys, to start off, and maybe we have a little applause if the judges have not decided yet. We're going to start off with your choice. So right now we're going to start answering the audience prizes, which are your results. So this is mainly informal for us to talk about it, but you know that the last prize gives a little order with the Flava pack. So let's start. The winner of the best logo regarding, according to your opinion, is... If you want to come over and take a picture really fast, it's up to you, but I think the award for the best outfit of the team goes to... And last, but not least, we have the audience favorite. Thank you very much. You can now okay sitting down. But if you need to go to the bathroom, you have 1 minute to go to the bathroom and come back. Best friends.
But it's not a break because the breaks are already done. So the beginning are here. No lo mováis que no
So guys, the decision has been made. We have the jury here back, and we're gonna say like in a few moments who are the winners of the 3 prizes that the jury is gonna give. The first prize will be the best design, then we'll have the prize for the most sustainable idea, and then the big prize, the best idea. Okay, are you ready? Are you nervous? You're gonna do the thing this.
Okay, first of all, we're going to say that we are really happy of us from being here. You are really, really good students and also good future entrepreneurs. I'm really proud of all of you, and just for being here, you're all winners. So congratulations.
Why? Everybody wins?
Now it's becoming tough.
Okay.
Now it's becoming. So, the first prize of best design goes to. Give me.
So,
Excuse me. Ah, the first one.
so it was very difficult to decide among the 2 projects that were the most sustainable. Rent-to-rent plant are. So we decided that they can both come to the ESA Pre-Accelerator Zero Waste. So we have 2 winners. It's going to be
the big one.
Big one. I'm not sure it's a big one because you have been doing a very good job the full weekend here. Now it's time to relax. I'm going to ask for 3 extra days in order to be relaxed at home. But this is not possible. Okay. Do you have something? Music or something like this? Has been very difficult because all the presentation has been very good, but yonder has the prize. And the other one. Everybody here.
Give me pancake.
Thank you very much. Muy bien. Hola, ¿tenéis la cámara? Vosotros que estáis en primera fila. Todos, en grupito. Poned de fondo turbo. Un segundo.
This goes to Ingrid, huh? This goes to Ingrid.
Oh, I'm taking it. We're waiting to put the background for turbo, not just the time and something random.
Okay. Ese me gusta.
Can you smile more?
Amazing. Los de rojo. ¿Tienes fotógrafos, tenéis? Last ones. Espera. Faltan. Javi, pelín. Espera, no, que no podía hacerla.
That's it. I would like to all the team of Startup Google here and all the people from the three groups here.
Decid todos, Borja.
And again, a big thank So that's it, guys. Thank you very much again. And now we have like party time. So easy. You can go to the rooftop, just have a chat, network, and that's Apaga el speaker.
Aquí.
A ver, date
The hardest thing, o sea,